here we are at the end of our Starfield cocktails journey. I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you so much for taking time to watch, like, and comment on these videos. And any new subscribers, I thank you so much for deciding to join me on this adventure. It has been such a fun journey. Okay, not the last one, but all the others have been wonderful. I did promise you a beautiful flight of beverages, did I not? Today, we're gonna make all 6 flavors of Velocity. These can only be purchased at Madame Sauvage's place in the ebb side of Neon. Each of these is described in the game as a potent alcoholic beverage infused with bioengineered luminescent plankton. We're gonna use edible glitter. The goal was to get the drink as close to the color as possible and then use the glitter to enhance the vibrancy of that color. For the most part, I think I succeeded, but let me know in the comments below what you think. For Velocity Red, we start with Crème de Noyaux, which is a French liqueur that is going to impart a very rich almond and slight dark cherry note into this beverage. Cairo Gin from Finland is made with rye grains, so those spicy rye notes and juniper from the gin bring a nice balance to the sweetness of the liqueur. Most botanical gins should work fairly well with this cocktail, so if you don't have this specific one, any will do. To balance the sweetness, we're going to use a little bit of Italian red bitters, Campari. If Aperol is more in your budget, that is a perfect substitution. We have Velocity Red. It is a deep, dark red. And now, the taste test. Very sweet, but it's not cloying because you've also got the bitter from the Campari working in the background. The gin is just right. It's not overpowering, turning this into a gin shot. It's just there to sort of enhance the almond with the spices. Oh, this is an absolutely beautiful drink. If you can get your hands on these ingredients, give this a try for yourself. You will not be disappointed. Velocity Orange is a difficult color to work with in the liquor business without reverting to just make it taste like oranges. So instead, we're going to use Southern Comfort with its slight peach undertones and spices to bring the initial color and flavor to this beverage.
Story time.
Fun fact about Southern Comfort. It was originally created in the 1800s as an infused spiced whiskey. In 1979, a company bought them out and started using neutral grain spirits instead because they could mass produce that and it was way cheaper than using whiskey. That's the SoCo that most of us in the States grew up on in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. But the good news is that the Sazerac Whiskey Company purchased this brand in 2016 and has since then been making it as an infused whiskey again. This bottle is nothing like the garbage I got wasted on in college, and this is a masterpiece liqueur by comparison. Keeping with the history, we're going to use Green River Rye to enhance those oak and vanilla notes that come with the whiskey, as well as adding some really fantastic rye spices to the blend. And finally, Amaretto will bring some almond nuttiness to the sweet, spicy beverage. Forgive the bottle, the cap broke off. So I've got all my Amaretto in a mason jar. Because this is a southern shot. Get it? No, I'm sorry. the orange. Let's see what we've got. Oh, yes. Yes. This is not your 90s nasty SoCo. This is, honestly, it's borderline apricot. It's borderline apricot. It's not as peachy as I thought it was gonna be because I don't like peach that much. This is not super duper peach. A little bit of peach, a little bit of apricot. The nuttiness is there from the Amaretto. The spices from the whiskey are coming through very well. I think I like this one better than the red. I don't have a sweet tooth. I like salty snacks. This, it's not as sweet, and I think I like it better. Scratch that. I do like it better. This is divine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Any rye is gonna give you those spices that you're looking for. This is the kind of whiskey you wanna use to make this beverage. Velocity Yellow is going to use Licor 43 as the base. Now this is from Spain, but it should be fairly widely available in any chain box liquor store out there. This is going to bring a nice spicy vanilla forward kind of note to this drink. My favorite whiskey category in the world finally gets to make an appearance in this video, and it is Scotch. This is Bruichladdich Classic Laddie. It comes in at 100 proof, so it's gonna have a nice kick to it to punch through some of the sweetness. It's also gonna bring some really nice malty notes and a little bit of a honey to the otherwise vanilla liqueur. And of course, what nice decadent sweet drink would be incomplete without Butterscotch Schnapps. This is going to go so beautifully with the vanilla, the honey, the malt. It is just an all-around fantastic little complexity to add to this very nice dessert shot. Yellow. This is going to be a very dessert kind of shot. This is going to have that vanilla, that honey, the butterscotch. The malt from the scotch will kind of help balance and deepen those flavors and bring down the sweetness a little with those kind of grainy cereal notes from the malt. Very sweet. It kind of tastes like a Werther's candy. That's delicious. I don't know if I like it better than the orange because it is very, very sweet. The scotch really hangs on in the end despite having so much sweetness and sugar on the palate. The malt really comes through at the end. It's super sweet up front. You really get the butterscotch, the vanilla right there. As it fades, you get almost like a grape nuts with honey. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Highly recommend this if you like sweet drinks. Velocity Green finally gives me a chance to use Midori, a Japanese melon liqueur that languishes away in my liquor cabinet for months or even years between uses because I forget I have it. I don't drink a lot of tropical drinks, but that's exactly what this shot is going to be. It is going to be tropical, in-your-face deliciousness. Rum is the go-to when you want tropical, so we are going with Vizcaya White Rum, which is not cloyingly sweet and will hold up quite nicely in a drink that is already going to have a sweet liqueur. This is the one shot that is going to use juice instead of another liqueur because pineapple and Midori are a match made for drinking that is going to have you feeling like you are on a tropical vacation. So with this one, I did do equal parts Midori and pineapple instead of the 1 ounce and the 1/4 ounce. In practice, when it was mostly Midori, it was too sweet. If I tried to make it mostly pineapple, it was too tart. The true best way to do it is to balance the 2 ingredients. The rum is still flavor forward there. That's another thing I like about this rum, because it's not too sweet. You actually get those really good notes of the sugarcane, really holds up. You can get some good flavors from the rum that are not just sweet. The pineapple itself sort of comes in at the end. This is an incredibly tasty shot, and I recommend anybody try it. It is so easy to find white rum, Midori, and pineapple juice. Go give it a try. Tell me what you think in the comments. I would love to hear some feedback from people actually trying these things. So let me know what you think. Velocity Blue starts with a fairly young Italian herbal liqueur called Italicus. Now, this was created in 2016 and immediately began winning awards because it is an incredible flavor profile. They used bergamot oranges as their base and added other herbs to this liqueur. It also has a little bit of a floral note if you're looking for it. Quite nice, but also not super sweet, so we're gonna have to do something about that. A Blanco tequila from Siete Leguas is our spirit of preference to really enhance this sort of Mediterranean flavor that I'm going for. Now, this came highly recommended by my coworker Marco, shout out buddy, and I had some friends come over and taste it. They think that this is a great shot, and I don't like tequila, so I can't agree. Blue Curacao is the only answer for a drink this vibrant blue. As long as you just use a small amount, it's not overly sweet, it doesn't overpower the other flavors with the orange. Rather, it actually enhances the flavors, adding the Curacao orange to the bergamot orange flavor. Velocity Blue. If you like tequila, I have it on good authority that you are going to like this. I don't like tequila. I do love the Italicus. The bergamot comes through beautifully. If you like Earl Grey tea, that's bergamot. There is a little bit of a floral note. It gets kind of lost for me in this particular beverage because the blue curacao is so sweet. It works very well with the tequila because you get that agave with the bergamot. It's a very good balance, a very good pairing. If you like tequila, this will be something that you enjoy. Personally, I'm not gonna take a second sip because I don't like it. This isn't about making drinks that I like. This is about making well-balanced, complex beverages that people who like the spirits that are in them will enjoy. Velocity Violet should probably have been called Velocity Magenta because it is far more pink than purple. I couldn't find anything great to make this drink bright pink, so I'm playing into the name, the Violet, which screams, to me anyway, that we should be using Crème de Noyaux as our base for this drink. This is going to be a very floral forward liqueur, but also a nice, deep, rich purple. We have Empress Gin, which is going to double down on those floral notes because Empress Gin is infused with butterfly pea flower. Velvet Falernum is one of my new favorite herbal liqueurs that the best way I can describe this, it's almost like a Greek yogurt tartness. That sort of almost fermented sour flavor is what we're looking at in this beverage, along with some other fine herbs that help bring a more rounded flavor profile to it. But it's that tartness that's gonna balance out the sweet and floral nature of these other two ingredients, and in general, just bring about an incredibly complex and flavorful shot. but not least, Velocity Violet. It is very floral forward. If you want to cut down on that, you could probably do equal parts Violette and Falernum. I'm still really getting that tartness on the back of my palate. It's coming through. It's not overt, but as the violet sort of fades, the tartness amps up. This is a very enjoyable mix for me. I'm really only getting the gin kind of like as I inhale right before the sip. A little bit of the juniper from the gin comes in. By and large, the gin is mostly hidden by the other ingredients. I'm already a little tipsy, stumbling over my words a little. We're not even going to edit that out. We're going to leave it all in. Recommend this if you like floral forward drinks, like tea. If you want to try a floral liqueur, Crème de Violette's a good place to start. Elderflower liqueur is a good place to start. Yeah. Looking forward to hearing your own feedback if you've got the ability to try this drink. Yeah, don't let me be the only floral nerd out there. If you want to snag any of these in Starfield, make your way down to Ebside and Neon to Madame Sauvage's place and pick your poison. As we've seen, Velocity is available in several color options, but all of them will provide you with 15% boost to persuasion and 75% damage resistance, but at a loss of 25% O2 recovery, all for 3 minutes. Each of these would make an amazing cocktail in their own right. For a more appropriate volume and to cut down on the sweetness, I recommend 2 ounces of the base spirit, so your rum or your tequila or your whiskey, and keep the 1 ounce of the primary liqueur and up it to half an ounce of the secondary ingredient. For example, I have a more sip-worthy version of the Velocity Orange. Imagine that the whiskey nerd likes the whiskey cocktail. I want to thank you all again for sticking with me through this wacky, delicious adventure of Starfield beverages. So we'll be getting back into more Starfield gaming content in the new year. But until then, boop that like button, smash subscribe, and I'll cheers to you in the Starfield. Bioengineered luminescent plankton. I said that right on the first try. This is the tasting part of the orange because I'm a dumbass. And I turned the camera off before I tasted. Hello. Hello. I need to finish. What you doing? Really? Meow? What can I help you with? Oh, really? Somebody's feeling ignored. You gotta flick the water everywhere after you drink it? Dude, you are not a dog. I think I hit that in one take. How did I do that? Oh, I'm drunk now. That's how I did that. Cool. I know you want to help, but this is for realsies. We're not testing anymore. Come on. Good boy. Okay. Bye-bye. We'll be get... Tess, go lay down. I don't need your toenails. Go lay down. Good girl. What a good girl. I'll give you a cookie in a minute. Why you gotta make noise while I'm drinking?